What is going on, everybody? I actually meant to do the countdown, but I forgot to actually pull it up. So we're live. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And even though we're a few days after Thanksgiving, but oh well. Smash thumbs up button, guys. What is going on, Rhodes?
What's happening, Mr. Matrix? I just got done watching my Michigan Wolverines beat the holy crap out of Ohio State in Ohio State this year. They dropped 21 in the fourth quarter to put the boot on the throat of Ohio State and send them packing. It was ugly. It was 45-23.
Wow.
And Urban Meyer just came out a few minutes ago and said that he doesn't think they can put Ohio State in the playoff now after losing like that at home by 3 touchdowns.
I didn't watch it. Just so everybody knows, we're streaming across all 4 of the channels: Black and White Sports, Black and White Network, Black and White Sports 2, and the Matrix and Road Show. So we'll touch on a little bit of everything for each one of the channels. We almost got 200 people in here right now. Appreciate it. Let's acknowledge the chat here first. Who we got? Joe Bob Tar Heel, he was the first one to come in. Adam Washington, man, longtime supporter of us. Robert Leger III, Joel Brooks in the house, the HRE ETSETR, Mrs. Rance, Jizzy Dolphins, Grease, who else? DB for Life, John Lee, Mike Check, Katie Colorado, Craig Waters. Man, thank you all for coming in here and supporting us tonight. Probably going to be live for about an hour, so yeah. But Rose, I'm pretty sure you're excited to talk about your Michigan Wolverines, huh?
Yeah. Well, we had, the funny thing about it is we was missing our best player, Blake Corum. He's in the running for Heisman. He won't win it, but he was in the running. So they put in Donovan Edwards, and he put up over 200 yards as his replacement. Scored 2 touchdowns. J.J. McCarthy had several big key throws in the game, and that was all she wrote. I mean, to go into Ohio State, it was a big deal, and beat them in Ohio State. The last time they did that was the year 2000, so it had been a long time, and that's 2 in a row.
Jim Tressel got there.
Yeah, that is 2 in a row for Michigan versus Ohio State. So, wow. And that's after, of course, the narrative having been for how long Jim Harbaugh could not beat Ohio State. That was the narrative. It was like, oh, yeah, Jim does great, except against Ohio State, and it was true. And Harbaugh has officially put that to bed. And, yeah, Tyler Meyer, you are correct. Lane Kiffin is staying at Ole Miss. So I saw he came out and said that.
Yeah, we got a not a super chat, but Mick Walsh, channel member on Black and White Sports for 26 months. He actually is talking about Michigan here. He sent a membership message. See, Jalen Rose got mad on social media after Michigan skinning Ohio State. I did not see that. Did you see Jalen Rose going on?
No. What did he get mad about? Why would he be mad? He's a Michigan alumni.
I don't know why he'd be mad. Maybe he just was super excited or something.
Well, China James was crying about it.
I know.
Yep.
But his teams change every week, so.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering if he's gonna address, since he hates the Cowboys now, will he actually talk about Jerry Jones in the photo?
Oh, in the segregation photo.
Yeah. But you notice, man, the media is definitely, they're not really crushing him, Jerry Jones. Stephen A. Smith had his back. Rhodes had actually texted me, said, hey, Don Lemon was talking about Jerry Jones in that photo. I went and checked it out. Don Lemon didn't really say much about it.
And that backfired on Don Lemon, because what I think happened is when you read about that segment and you watch that, he had a guest on there, and I think he thought that guest was going to hammer Jerry Jones.
And he didn't. And that guest was
not
actually
at all.
He was actually one of the black students trying to integrate schools back in the 1950s. He didn't slam Jerry Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, and Don said something. I mean, it was like Don was trying to curb him back into the direction of maybe saying something derogatory about Jerry, and the guy just wouldn't do it. It didn't work out for Don Lemon. I know that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't to the extent that I don't know, Don Lemon had on a lady a while back about something, and she crucified him on air. It was hilarious.
I'm shocked, though, that the whole Jerry Jones thing got out really, really slow. I was probably the first one to make a video on it on YouTube, and nobody in the media was really picking it up. It took days.
Well, and honestly, it hasn't blown up like you would think that story would blow up.
I thought the woke sports media would jump all over that.
Yeah.
And crush Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
But they didn't do it. I don't know what Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp actually said about it. I actually listened to YouTube video of Rob Parker and Chris Broussard. They didn't even slam it. So maybe they actually know. You know, they were talking about, hell yeah, there's still racism today and that kind of thing, but they didn't go after Jerry Jones. Nobody's went after Jerry Jones. You know, except on Twitter. That's about it.
Do they think that? I mean, I kind of see Jerry as almost someone you can't cancel at this point.
No,
like Jerry's got FU money. I mean, true FU money. He just simply doesn't care. And let's be real.
Do people realize though that the NFL is not where it is today without Jerry Jones?
Okay. Well, that's going to bring me
black
to my
players are not getting rich without Jerry Jones.
That's going to bring me to my next point. Number one, I can't think of any owner that has gone to bat more furiously for black players than Jerry Jones over the course of his ownership. Michael Irvin, Ezekiel Elliott. He tried to get Roger Goodell fired over Ezekiel Elliott.
Man, the black players love Jerry Jones.
Love him. Absolutely. And, you know, Michael Irvin sees Jerry as a father figure. I'm going to say this. Who is the most powerful man in the NFL?
Jerry Jones.
It's not Roger Goodell. It's Jerry Jones.
It's easily Jerry Jones.
It's Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones is also the reason why Roger Goodell is going to get another contract. Yeah. All Jerry Jones has to do is say he's gone, and the other owners are going to jump on board.
Yeah, it's Jerry's league, whether anybody likes it or not.
Yeah. Mick Walsh wrote on 5 euros. If Jerry Jones was a segregationist, he wouldn't have given Dak $160 million. Fact. Good point. But also, in my video, I found this out. Jerry Jones grew up in a mostly black neighborhood in Arkansas.
Yeah.
And his father, I believe, had like a store, and the store was desegregated. But I still can't believe the Washington Post was trying to smear him like that in 2022. I believe that was a major problem right there. He was 14 years old.
That's Bezos' paper too, isn't it?
Yeah. The Washington Post spreading lies.
Does that old Hyde still work for the Washington Post? Taylor Lorenz or whatever her name is.
Yeah, I think so.
That truly crazy nutbag liberal that was on TV pissing and moaning and crying because somebody actually called her out for something. Then she went on NBC talking about them trying to cancel her or something. And I'm like, you showed up. Oh, I know what it was. She was trying to dox out Libs of TikTok.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah.
And Libs of TikTok is back on Twitter. I'm actually on Twitter now.
Correct.
I'm at Real John Matrix. You guys can go and follow me over there. I signed up today. I was debating. I kept watching. I was like, let's see what Elon's going to be doing. And Elon is dropping. Man, he's making the left crazy.
Oh, just nuts.
Yeah.
Just nuts.
They're making him crazy. So I signed up, so I'm back over there at Real John Matrix. But yeah, the whole Jerry Jones thing, though, kind of eye opening, right there. And they put it behind a paywall. They didn't make it public to everybody. So the only thing you saw was the picture, and the picture doesn't tell you anything. Jerry Jones is in the back, like, you know, I compared it to like the after school fight.
Yeah,
Now,
right.
and the after school fight, when there's a fight, everybody runs out to see it. Are they actually endorsing the fight? No, they just want to see what's going on.
Right. There's like 4 people in front of him. Jerry's like,
Jerry's in the back, and it doesn't look like any of those kids would actually associate with. Those kids look old in the front. Those had to be seniors right there. Jerry Jones is 14 years old in the back. Now, he was told by his coach, I don't want to see any of you guys up there, but Jerry Jones didn't listen, and that's such a Jerry Jones kind of thing to do. You know,
Right.
he keeps he's going to beat to the tune of his own drum, and that's what he did.
yeah, I just don't think you can take down Jerry Jones. You know, I truly.
He's
don't.
a hard man to take down, and he has a lot of power. He has the #1 sports team in the world. The world, and the NFL is not a worldwide sport like you would think it would be like what Manchester United or some soccer team that's global. No, it's the Dallas Cowboys because of Jerry Jones.
Well, you know that picture came out a few years ago of Jerry and some young woman together.
Yeah.
In you know, in a precarious situation, and it was hardly a bleep on the radar, for crying out loud. You know, I mean, nobody was going to go after Jerry over it. You know, it was like, oh, that's just Jerry being Jerry. You know.
Remember they tried to set him up too. He was in a bar and he was having drinks, and he was talking about Tim Tebow. Remember the media tried to almost smear like Jerry doesn't want Tim Tebow because he can't throw, but he actually had Romo at that time, right?
I think so.
I think so. So why in the world would you want Tim Tebow over Tony Romo? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, but they're not going to take down Jerry.
No,
it's Jerry's league, and
he's a kingmaker, man. He's the reason why
absolutely
the Raiders. No, he's the reason why the Rams are in L.A.
Oh yeah,
he's not even the owner of the Rams. Remember he went on there. He said Los Angeles. The way he said it, he kept saying it that way, and the Rams packed up and moved to L.A.
Well, and Goodell tried to push back on him initially and said, well, Jerry, you know, there might not be a lot of Rams and Charger fans at those games. And Jerry said, who cares? He said, we only want the television eyes. It's a massive television market. And he was like, that's what you got to be concerned with. That's what you want is the television eyes. And Goodell was right, because when you watch a Rams or a Chargers game, it's like 60% the other team's fans in their home stadium, you know. Yep. But Jerry had the foresight to know, look, it's about the TV ratings. At the end of the day, that's what's making all the money.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. And smash the thumbs up button, guys. We got 158 people on Black and White Sports. We got 31 on the Matrix and Road Show. We got 104 on Black and White Network, and we have 52 on Black and White Sports 2, the other sports channel. So pretty good turnout tonight.
Good job.
Good job.
Black and White Sports 2.
Yep. Yep, they showed up on the last stream too, man. We had quite a few people, really good super chats over there as well.
I've been trying to grow the hell out of that channel for us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. But we haven't forgotten about the other stuff. Jerry Jones was pretty much, it's been really dead on sports news since Thanksgiving. It's been dead on everything.
It's been dead on everything.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think if we've made, let's see, maybe we've made what? 15 videos in the last 4 days, and I swear on normal weeks, 12 of them wouldn't have made the cut.
Yeah.
I mean, I kid you not.
Yeah. My Bubba Wallace video woke up after Thanksgiving.
I saw that.
It woke up. That's the only video we put out on Thanksgiving. Bubba Wallace, the most hated. Well, I don't know if he's the most hated, but he's right up there.
Hey, I'll address a message we got in on our Facebook page.
Okay.
Guys, I dropped that Brittany Griner video yesterday morning. All of a sudden, bloop, we get a message in Facebook, Black and White Sports Facebook. And this guy said, "You guys must really love Brittany Griner." He's like, "Nobody cares about that, blah, blah, blah." And I said, "Look, man," I said, "right, wrong, or indifferent, Brittany Griner videos get like 5 views for every 1 view of anything else." Okay? I said, I literally had a guy, it was about 6 weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago. He said, "Nobody cares about Brittany Griner. Nobody cares." And the next video I dropped on Brittany Griner got 270,000 views on it.
Yeah.
The day after a dude said, "Nobody cares." I mean,
that's not true.
At all.
YouTube,
Yeah.
some of the biggest videos on Black and White Sports has been Brittany Griner.
Oh,
easily
ever in the history of the channel. Absolutely.
Easily. I mean, it's not even close. We got a $2 super sticker from Willie and Cortez. What channel is that so I can actually see it? It is a smiling cat. Appreciate it. Thanks for that donation.
Brittany Griner has been the second coming of the BLM in the NBA for us.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Jacob Blake. I mean, you know.
But YouTube has been sneaky, man. They've been demonetizing some of those Brittany Griner videos for no reason whatsoever.
After the fact. After the fact.
They 18 plus one of them. I'm like, that was a smoke out one. It is weird. They 18 plus that one, demonetized it. Then they monetized it again, made it green. Then it went back again and demonetized it again. YouTube, get your act together. I don't know what you guys are doing.
It's ridiculous.
Man, I've been fighting. You can ask Rhodes, man. When I see how they demonetize videos, I get pissed and I'm chatting with YouTube. I'm like, you guys need to fix this. I'll be chatting with YouTube for like an hour because I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Odell Beckham, Will Redding. He is going to visit.
He's already talked to Jerry.
The Giants, Bills, and the Cowboys. I believe it literally in that order.
He may end up with the Cowboys.
Could very well, yeah. Yeah, that win against the Giants may have put the Cowboys in the lead.
Yeah.
Because it was real close between the Cowboys and the Giants, actually.
Yeah.
Closer than people think, anyway.
Yeah. People asking about my Twitter handle. I'm going to drop my Twitter handle in the chat. Go ahead, Rhodes.
Yeah. So, on a side note, shit, what was I going to say? I just literally went blank. Crap. I totally forgot what I was going to say. I had a real good point and just went blank, completely blank.
You did?
Yeah. Damn it, shit.
I'll come back to you.
Oh, I know what it was. Talking about YouTube, Elon Musk. He's going to start paying for videos on Twitter.
More than YouTube. That's another reason why I signed up.
The only problem is it looks like he wants it to be exclusive content only for Twitter, so we can't mirror the videos, which means
that's not bad.
We've got yet another platform to make a new video on.
Yeah, because he's talking about paying way more. I don't know if it'll be like $20 CPMs or something like that.
Oh,
but
well,
he's definitely going to change it.
Yeah,
he's definitely going to change it. So definitely go and follow us on Twitter because we're definitely going to be I guess we have to work out how that's actually going to work for us.
Oh, well.
But we do, since we have our own Twitter accounts. But we still have the Black and White Sports account too, huh?
Yeah, isn't it BW Twit?
I don't
something
know.
Like that.
Like I said, I don't know. I don't even know the login for it.
I think we got a Black and White network.
Yeah, we do. That's the one I had That's one I was using before I signed back up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We just dropped videos on that one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he censors content. YouTube is bad about censoring content.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But let's go ahead. Let's dive into. Did I freeze up or you? I think I froze up maybe.
Yeah, you stuttered or something for just
Yeah, I froze up. I saw it. Let's dive into some other stuff here since we got all of the other channels here. Do you want to go politics or you want to go entertainment?
I don't care. Let's go wherever. Wherever.
Let's do this, man. Let's do this one right here. I'm going to share my screen. Georgia runoff elections are coming, and Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker
Oh, yeah.
will be going head to head. MSNBC has now weighed in on that with this. Georgia runoff elections designed to keep black candidates out of office, claims MSNBC.
Oh. I want to point something out.
Yeah.
I want to point something out. Herschel Walker is black.
Raphael Warnock is black.
Yeah.
But this
I just wanted to point that
this
out
actually
to
came from
MSNBC.
this actually came from Priscilla Thompson at MSNBC, who is also black, by the way. Yeah. A segment of MSNBC's Velshi, I don't even know what that show is, discussed the alleged deeply racist origins of Georgia's runoff elections, which were created to keep black candidates out of office. MSNBC's correspondent Priscilla Thompson presented the report during Saturday's episode of the show, speaking to historians claiming that enshrining runoff elections into Georgia law was a way for white candidates to consolidate their voter bases and more easily defeat black candidates in major state elections. Though both candidates in the latest Georgia runoff, the tight U.S. Senate race between Republican Herschel Walker and his opponent, Senator Raphael Warnock, Democrat Socialist of Georgia, are black. An historian noted that no black candidate has been elected to a state executive office in Georgia history, supposedly a testament to the electoral system's racist origin. But they're both black, right?
Interesting. Yeah. Now, you know what kills me is, let's say at one time what they're saying was true.
And it could
What
have been.
year would that have been from exactly?
You got to go turn to the century.
Yeah, I mean,
All the way
you know,
until past the 1960s.
Yeah.
You got to go
I
way
mean,
back.
that's
I mean,
the
these
thing.
people keep living in the past. They keep living in the past. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Raphael Warnock defeat the white incumbent in 2020 in a runoff?
Correct.
Black candidate benefited from the runoff in 2020.
Yeah.
A black candidate will benefit from the runoff in 2022.
Yeah.
Now,
No
I've been
matter
on
what.
record. I don't like this runoff thing. I believe that it should actually go to the person who actually gets the most votes. Now, to me, it's even worse in Alaska. They got that weighted voting system over there. It's really, really weird. It's going to keep Murkowski in power as long as she
Yeah.
wants to be.
I saw that.
That's
Yeah.
really, really shady. But I'm all for states having their own election laws. I'm not for federalized elections.
Right. Yeah, me too.
But to insinuate that the Georgia runoffs are racist, that's a stretch, especially in the modern day age.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. It maybe at one time, sure, but in the year of 2022 or any time in the last, I don't know, what could you say, 20 years? Like, if you just, I'm sure longer than that. Of course, it's not racist to have a runoff. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life.
If it was, why Raphael Warnock's not complaining? That's how he won.
Yeah, yeah. Now, on a side note, and we were very vocal about this on election night, Georgia voters, what the hell were you doing when you walked in there to vote for Brian Kemp and didn't vote for Herschel Walker?
That's really, really weird.
What are you doing?
I don't understand it. But also, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this too. People were, and this was people on the right talking about, well, the right needs better candidates. I'm like, the people in Pennsylvania put a half-dead man, John Fetterman, in office. How much worse can you get than that?
They put Joe Biden in office.
They put Beijing Biden in office. I mean, obviously, you don't need the best candidates. Dr. Oz, they said, all right, he's not good enough to win. John Fetterman beat him pretty easily.
It's nuts. It's literally nuts.
Yeah.
You know, now I will say this. For all the people talking about, oh, my God, if they'll just put out the Hunter Biden laptop, it's going to change everything. No, the hell it's not. You're asking Democrats to have a moral compass all of a sudden? The Democrats don't care about that Hunter Biden laptop. They don't. That's not going to change their vote. Look at what they're out there. They're pushing grooming and all this other stuff. You think they care about Hunter? Yeah. Of course they don't.
They don't care. They don't care.
Now, maybe some independents, yeah, I could see it swinging some votes, maybe independent voters. But actual Democrats, no. They don't care if Hunter Biden sold everybody out to China. They don't give a rat's. They don't. They're going to vote. They're going to vote for Democrats regardless. Their moral compass is in a trash can right now.
Yeah. Look at this super chat from Mick Walsh. 5-year-olds. A couple of Irish Twitter employees just won an injunction stopping Elon Musk from firing them. Really?
Why is that?
How did that even happen?
Did they
Tony
pull
Freshie,
racism?
$10. Niners country, less mine.
Let's mine.
Yeah. How did an injunction? I gotta look that up.
Yeah.
Irish Twitter employees.
Is there such thing as an Irish Twitter? I know they say there's black
this
Twitter.
happened. This happened yesterday. It's on Politico here. Twitter VP in Ireland gets court injunction against firing. Here, a Twitter executive in Ireland temporarily secured a court injunction preventing Elon Musk from firing her in his mass layoffs at the social media giant. Now, that's in Ireland. That ain't gonna fly over here, but Ireland is a different country, so
Right.
I don't know how that actually works. The court order temporarily prevents Twitter from terminating McSweeney's employment contract. McSweeney claimed before the court that she received mixed messages from Twitter, according to reports. Huh. Interesting. But it ain't the U.S., so I don't know.
I did see where Elon's talking about moving a branch of the headquarters, or maybe all of it, to Texas.
I figured that he was probably going to do that anyway.
Yeah. Isn't Tesla down in Austin now?
Yeah, Tesla's in Austin.
Yeah.
You know what? He's fired so much of the company. I believe he's fired like 90% of the employees over there. I think it's only a matter of time before he moves to headquarters, because he lives out here in Texas, and he's over there in California right now.
You know what's so funny is I see him walking up and down the hallway of Twitter headquarters, and I could literally see him just opening some closet door and finding those "Stay Woke" shirts in there.
That's funny, man.
And being like, "What the hell is this? Who made these shirts?"
I couldn't imagine walking into, when I worked in the corporate world, a company even putting out woke shirts. I just can't see that doing. Now, I worked in oil and gas, and of course, the left despises oil and gas. They despise it. So chances of actually having woke employees in oil and gas is probably pretty low. Pretty low. I mean, why would oil and gas employees actually want to vote against their own interests, you know?
Right.
So,
Wow, I just answered back in the chat, and it answered from all 4 channels.
yeah, because you're streaming across all 4 channels.
That's funny. Well,
Well, you can actually select which channel you want to post to. Where it says all, you see that?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah. You
okay,
click the button,
cool.
then you can actually
Oh, let's
do
do
it.
this.
StreamYard's always updating stuff, so
Test. There we go. Yeah.
the Boss Wolf. Hey fellas, first time called y'all live. We'll meet. Love your content, brothers. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Oh, chat's moving all over me. I'm clicking on everything. Yeah, now you tested it out, so good. And we got a $2.99 super sticker
Nice.
from John Urick. Says, "I'll be back." Okay, appreciate it. I wish that StreamYard actually implemented the actual super stickers, so we can actually see it a little bit better.
He must be a big Arnold fan.
Like me.
Yeah, I'll be back. Yep.
Yeah, Arnold's not making movies really.
I don't know if he's not officially too old, is he?
He's a year younger than Stallone, and Stallone is still going strong. But you know, Stallone, I'm not Stallone, but Arnold, you know, he got into politics. He's still doing political stuff. So behind the scenes.
Why does it seem like Stallone is like 10 years younger than Arnold?
Man, he is jacked. Stallone is jacked. He's 76 years old.
Yeah. He's got that HGH going on.
Yeah. Oh, Lou Ferrigno too. Lou Ferrigno, I think Lou is 71 if I'm not mistaken. So Arnold is a rhino. You know what's funny about Arnold? He used to be a Reagan Republican.
Yeah.
And then when he got into in as governor, he started engaging into climate change and all this other stuff. I mean, I get California is pretty blue, but how do you go from a Reagan Republican to essentially Gavin Newsom light?
Right, right. I mean, I can remember Reagan. I mean, Reagan was calling out Marxism way back in the day, you know?
Yeah, but Marxism is way worse now than it was in the 80s.
He saw it coming, though. He did.
You remember when, well, this is before our time, but when Kennedy was president, they were cracking down on communists in the United States.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted communists here. But it's kind of funny, though, that the man that actually assassinated him, Lee Harvey Oswald, was a communist. Go figure.
Crazy.
Yep.
Oh. I have not seen Tulsa King yet. I need to watch it.
Me neither. I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, I've been making a point. I made a point. I'm gonna try to watch it in the next couple of days.
He has another one too, Stallone.
He's got that new film on Amazon. I can't even think
I don't know the name of it. I don't know the name of it.
Yep.
Let's talk about an entertainment topic here.
All right.
Now, last Saturday, I saw Thor: Love and Thunder for the first time. Trash. Absolute garbage. That is Taika Waititi's movie. And I know I may be way late on this. It was awful.
It was terrible.
Now, I really hated Thor Ragnarok. I felt that the first 2 Thor movies were better than the Taika Waititi movies.
I only watched Love and Thunder because Christian Bale was in it as the bad guy.
And he was a forgettable bad guy, really.
Oh, yeah, he was a total waste. I was like, oh, okay, I got it. Christian did this one for a paycheck. All right. I mean, literally, that's just what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, he did this one for a paycheck.
Well, it looks like Chris Hemsworth, and man, what they did to Thor.
Oh yeah,
in
they
in
castrated
Endgame.
him. Yeah.
First of all, why the hell is Valkyrie the king? That was a woke virtue signaling pandering thing. Why she should
we know
not be
that elevate
she women. Be the king.
Women. She's a lesbian. I mean, we know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, total virtue signal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Chris Hemsworth, he is done with Thor. Chris Hemsworth says his return to the MCU depends on Thor being portrayed drastically different from Taika Waititi's bastardization. That is the major problem with his version of Thor.
Yep.
He took off Thor's balls.
Yep.
And man, Chris Hemsworth was jacked. Big time jacked in Love and Thunder. Big time jacked. But I can understand why. That's not Thor on screen anymore.
No,
that's not Thor.
At all.
I mean, he is just God.
Man, that first Thor movie's damn good too.
I like the first Thor movie. The second one I don't remember that much.
It was good.
But Ragnarok, boy, I hated Ragnarok. That comedy in that, I cannot stand that kind of comedy. That's probably why I'm not big on Guardians of the Galaxy either. I don't like them.
Now,
I don't
see,
like
that first
either one.
That first Guardians, I really liked a lot.
The second was really bad.
Yeah,
I did not like Guardians at all.
That first one I liked, though.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, I like Chris Pratt, man. Yeah. He's great as Star-Lord. Even in the second one, he's the best part of it. You know?
Yeah, but he's way better in the Terminal List, man.
Oh, yeah. Well,
we need a second season of that, man.
Just a different kind of show. Well, he did come out and say that he basically come out and said they're going to do a second season of it. I don't know how they're going to pull it off because of, spoiler alert, whatever's going on with him health-wise on that show. So, you know.
Yeah, and it's based on the book, too, so.
Well, they basically come out. He was on the guy who wrote it, Pratt. I made a video on it. Pratt was on his podcast about 6 weeks ago and basically come out and said they're going to do a second season of the Terminal List. So he said the fans would get what they wanted. So, I mean, that's basically saying we're coming back.
But let's get to Hemsworth here.
Yeah.
Asked by Horowitz, where do you go with Thor at this point? Hemsworth asserted that while he was unsure if he would even get another chance to pick up the hammer now that his Marvel Studios contract has closed out with Thor, Love and Thunder, should he ever get the chance to reprise the role, he would love to see his thus far career-defining character written in a way more akin to the tortured hero he was in the last two Avengers movies rather than as the bronze over brains comic relief he was in the last two solo outings. So he's right on board with me about the humor in those movies.
Right.
Awful. And also an emasculated Thor. Didn't like that. Mjolnir not responding to him. Responding to Jane Foster, calling out to her. Nah, man. You know they're gonna. You know that the Welshers are gonna say, "Oh, that's in the comic books." No, that's from a Disney comic book. It's basically a tokenized female Thor. That's all it is. That's all it is. Quote: I think you look at Thor and Thor: The Dark World, and they were quite similar. The actor said to the host. Ragnarok, Love and Thunder, similar. I think it's about reinventing him. I think they've what does that say? I think they messed up right there. I think I've had such a unique opportunity with Infinity War and Endgame to do very drastic things with the character. I enjoy that. You know, he added, doing his best to sidestep calling out Waititi's indifference to good storytelling by name. The thing is, man, he was awful in Endgame. I hated Fat Thor.
Now, it should be noted, he was great in Infinity War.
Yeah, he was. He
Great
was
in that. Yeah, I mean I consider that to be one of the best Marvel movies ever.
Then they made him Jake Skywalker in Endgame.
Right.
I mean, that was just awful. I like keeping people on their toes. He continued. It keeps me invested. I've said this before, but when it becomes too familiar, I think there's a risk in getting lazy, because then you go, I know what I'm doing. Ultimately, Hemsworth admitted, so I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if I'm invited back, but if I was, I think I would have to have a drastically different version in tone and everything, just for my own sanity. Yep. I agree with that. He pretty much came out and slammed Taika Waititi.
Jay Hamilton's not wrong. He was basically the dude in Endgame. Yep. You ever seen The Big Lebowski? He was basically Jeff. He was basically Jeff Bridges' character from The Big Lebowski in Endgame. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, Jeff Bridges basically stayed in a robe drinking White Russians through that whole movie. One of the best movies ever made. Good God.
I'm going to go see Avatar 2, though, when it comes out. And I'll do a review on that. That thing needs a lot of money to break even.
It's crazy. I love the first one. I could not care less about. He waited too long, dude. I don't care now.
James Cameron does that, though. Look how many years it actually took between T1 and T2. Now, 1984, 1991, but the things that happened in T2, he wanted to do in T1, but the technology wasn't there.
What? Yeah, but we're talking about a much more beloved character with Arnold and everything going on there, and the jaw-dropping progression we saw in special effects between
that Avatar
T1
movie
and T2.
That was visually one of the best movies I ever saw.
I agree. I loved it. I just don't. I mean, look, I'll watch it on streaming whenever it comes out, but I'm not going to the theater like I did last.
I'm going to go see
I saw the last one twice in the theater.
I think I did too. I still have it on Blu-ray in here somewhere. Ronnie Southern, $5. Thank you for all you do across all your networks. Thank you. We appreciate that super chat. Let me check on Streamlabs. I haven't been over there.
I would love to do more lately. I literally sat in front of this computer yesterday for 5.5 hours, flipping between like 9 websites over and over and over again for 5.5 hours, looking for something to record.
Wasn't nothing.
And when I finally got up and said, "Look, we're leaving. Let's go to Home Depot or wherever we went."
Oh, let's talk about another Walt Disney product now. Strange World. It's in the news now because apparently this movie is so bad that even who was it? Was it Deadline? Some left-wing outlet slammed the movie as bad. But however, this movie bombed at the box office. And this is one of Disney's first big movies, animated movies with a gay lead. This movie had $180 million budget. Animated movie. But really no following. 180 million roads, and it bombed.
What made them think that was a good idea?
I don't know. So I'm thinking that the break-even point on this is probably, 400 million? This thing made 15.8 million three-day opening weekend.
Like after marketing and everything, probably more like 500 million.
Could be.
Yeah.
These movies, that's way too much, man. Especially for an animated movie. Yeah, Deadline. Deadline came out and slammed the movie. They didn't like it. And you know the movie got to be pretty bad.
Look, I know friends, they are not going to take their kids to see this kind of crap. I'm just letting Disney know right now. They're not doing it.
Yeah.
I got a buddy that's got a bunch of little girls, and every time Disney he'll text me about a Disney movie, and he's like, "Is there any kind of bullshit in this new latest blah blah?" I'm like, "Yeah, this one's got blah blah." He's like, "I'm not taking my girls." He's like Disney literate, and he's one of these. They would go to every Disney movie, you know, him, his wife, his 3 girls. So 5 movie tickets, Disney, and he's not going to see them, and all those other 4 tickets along with his, you're not getting that money. Well, if it's not just him that feels that way. A lot of parents, a lot of people out there, they're not taking their kids. They're not taking their kids to see this crap. They're not doing it.
Look at this, man. Over the 5-day holiday weekend, it's estimated to only get 20 to 23 million.
Wow.
This is going to be Solo on steroids, losing money.
Oh, yeah. Solo did a lot better than that on the first weekend.
Yeah. I mean, but at least with Solo, you had the name Han Solo. I don't even know the characters in this movie. And parents aren't going to take their kids to this thing. They're just not. Boy,
wow.
that's insane.
Bob Chapek, man.
But I got to be honest, though. All of this stuff started with Bob Iger, though.
Oh, it sure did.
Bob Iger was really the de facto CEO even after he left.
Yep. You can't tell me he's not been in charge behind the scenes.
Well, obviously he was. You know why? They kept Bob Iger on as an advisor and paid him $10 million a year.
Yeah.
$10 million a year.
Yeah.
And now he has to stick around for like another 2 years and find a replacement. I mean, do you even think, well, that kind of works then? Because, well, maybe not. Do you think he's going to try to run for president, Bob Iger, in 2024?
Bob Iger? No. Yeah. You know, at one time he wanted to run as a Republican.
I don't think that made it.
It's not going to happen now.
He has a better chance as running as a Democrat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he can
Much
run as a Democrat and
get
Liz Cheney as his running mate.
Yeah. It's amazing. Running as a Republican, but he is one of the major reasons why Star Wars is trash right now. He's one of the major reasons. Got a couple of super chats here. Black Malice, $5. What do you think of Bryce Young going top 5? I always thought Charlie Ward should have been number 1 overall when he came out. Ward is today's offense equals Hall of Fame. Now, you're much more in college than I am.
Yeah. Man, he's a very smart quarterback. I think he's got the skills to play the position. His arm's good enough. My biggest concern, it's the same concern I had for guys like Kyler Murray coming out. I don't like small quarterbacks. I don't. I just don't like these guys that are 5'10" to 6'1".
It's very few guys that are really good in the NFL at that height. Very few.
Absolutely. I mean,
Drew Brees,
now
he was right at 6 feet?
Yeah, and Bryce Young is very smart. He's not going to have a hard time picking up a pro-style offense. He's going to, in my opinion, he's going to be light years better than Kyler Murray because he's got a better head on his shoulders. He's got probably a better arm than Tua. If somebody will create a system around Bryce Young, he'll make it. If somebody tries to force him into their system, it could be a struggle. So that's what I got to say about Bryce Young.
Yeah. Scott Fame for $5. Thank you. Didn't say anything, but he did say that he forgot to write his question. So just drop it in the chat and I'll try to look for it.
Right.
Then. So, all right. That's all the topics I really had right there. So I guess we can just.
The Last Jedi. For John, it'll be The Force Awakens. But
in your opinion, when did Star Wars go into the toilet? Force Awakens. It's not even the question. I watched that garbage. I walked out the movie theater. I was like, what the hell is this? This was a bad rehash of A New Hope. I already saw that. Why in the world Starkiller Base was awful? Awful. I'm just being real. I hated Starkiller Base. I hate Rey. Rey is the worst Star Wars character ever. Rose Tico. Awful. Finn had potential. They messed him up in The Last Jedi. He should have been a stormtrooper turned Jedi.
That's a good story.
That's a good story right there.
Yeah, that's a good story.
But oh no, we can't do that. We got to have Rose Tico pushing him around.
Well, Disney is racist. They can't have a black man out in front because China's not going to like that very much.
John Boyega called them out on that.
Yeah, I mean, oh.
Connor Akers, $5. How different do you think Aaron Hernandez's career would have turned out if he hadn't committed murder?
That's a damn good question.
He had a lot of talent, man.
I wondered that myself.
He had a bunch of talent.
Because, man, he was on a pretty good trajectory.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Good God. Let's see. He was in the league 3 years. Age 23. He was 23 in his last year.
Man, he was that young.
1,956 yards, 18 touchdowns after 3 seasons. It's hard to know exactly what he would have been, but
remember you had Gronk on the other
say
side
he
too.
would have been pretty good. Yeah, he had Gronk on the other side. He'd have been good. I mean, he'd have been a 10-year pro, maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of 6,500 to 8,000 yards receiving, 50, 60 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He would have had a very damn good career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his story, man, that's a sad story, man. You
It's a
lead the
deal.
streets, but you can't lead the streets out of you.
What the hell was going on around Florida at that time?
I don't know, man. That's the only reason why he dropped, I believe, because I think he went in what, the 3rd round? If I'm not mistaken.
Something like that. Yeah.
When he should have been he had first round talent.
Oh,
man,
yeah. He
couldn't lead the streets.
was extremely talented. Yeah. And they were using him as kind of a H-back situation too, because he was actually getting sprinkled in. He was getting some carries at running back. It would have been interesting to see how they would have ended up using him. Josh McDaniels would have ultimately done some crazy things with him, I think.
Yep. Ooh. Since we got a little time. I like
have not
Andor.
seen the finale. I haven't seen the finale.
How far are you in? Next last episode?
I think I'm 2 episodes behind.
I'm gonna say this: it's an overrated show. People online saying, "Oh, it's the best Star Wars ever." No, it's as far as off the bit screen.
It's really damn
Bullshit.
good for television.
It
It's
is
really
not better
good
than the
for
Clone
television.
Wars. It is not better than the Mandalorian. It's not even the same league as the Mandalorian or the Clone Wars. It's that next tier. It's better than Book of Boba Fett, but they don't take much. It's better than Kenobi.
It's pretty good.
But man, it's
pretty
bored.
good
It's a lot of
storytelling.
boredom. A lot of boredom.
People aren't seeing things that are as quite as familiar, and I think it's hurt them.
Dude,
hurt
that
people
Miami
like
Planet, I hated it.
it
was
didn't
like,
bother me because we had
That
Scarif
music,
in,
I was like,
in
this
Rogue
music
One.
doesn't even sound like Star Wars music. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, see,
I
liked
hated it.
It was really different, though. It is.
It was
now,
different.
See, hey, look, this is now Ryan Johnson. Andor is how you do different Star Wars.
They mentioned
Not The Last Jedi.
They mentioned
Andor.
Canto Bite in
One of
if you're
them
like 2
episodes.
episodes behind, I believe it may have been in this past episode. Canto Bite is mentioned.
Yeah.
Not just ugh.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good slow burn storytelling. I will say that. I think so far.
I think you'll probably like the finale, but to me, the last episode's not bad, but it ain't great to me. Star Wars Theory said if this wasn't a Star Wars show, he said it would have been a 10 out of 10. But since it's a Star Wars show, and you know he's down for the details about Star Wars like I am, he gave it 7 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. It was okay. The first 2 episodes of the series were trash to me.
See, I liked them.
I hated
it. Slow
it's
burn
trash.
stuff.
3rd episode was good. Out of 12 episodes, I would say about. Have you gotten to the escape from the prison yet?
No.
Yeah, okay, sure. That's a good episode right there.
Yeah.
That's a good episode. All right, Scott sends another $5 here. Will do. Keep up the good work. I have to go to Disney, so I'm going dressed up as Luke. I try to set things straight around there. It's going to take a lot. Do you believe that rumor about Kathleen Kennedy being out of there next year?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't never think that was a stretch. I thought she was leaving after Indiana Jones anyway.
Yeah. I have a bad feeling about Indiana Jones. I got a real bad feeling about it.
Terrible feeling about it.
Because if you can mess up Luke Skywalker, if you can mess up Obi-Wan Kenobi, if you can mess up Boba Fett, you damn sure can mess up Indiana Jones.
And I like James Mangold as a director. I love him. I do.
Well, we like Deborah Chow as directors of Mandalorian episodes. She directed the best episodes. Obi-Wan was trash.
Yeah, that's right.
But the thing about the Mandalorian is we also dealing with a character that is brand new. You can't mess up the backstory. Obi-Wan,
it's dangerous.
Indiana Jones, you can mess them up.
Making stories that's already got set precedents. Yep.
Yeah. And the problem is really probably more with the writers. They're getting people that aren't fans of the product. And I'm not saying you got to be a fan, but at least understand the product. That's why I'm not excited for The Acolyte.
Wait, yes, you got to be a fan, or I don't want you anywhere around it.
No,
I mean, just being real, I don't want you anywhere around it.
Look at this. The Acolyte.
Be a fan.
The Acolyte. I'm not excited for that whatsoever, but the question of The Acolyte is pretty good, though. How did we actually get to the Phantom Menace and how the Senate started falling apart? And the Jedi couldn't see the dark side. How did we get there? That's a good question.
Yeah.
But Leslie Hetland, she couldn't even answer a simple question as, oh, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? She couldn't even answer it because she didn't know the product.
Well, there was a story that came out the other day, and I came very close to making a video where Marvel admitted that it's a red flag to them if they find out that a writer is a big fan of their core material, the old core material. If they're a big fan of the old core material, they automatically knock them out of getting the job. And
That's ridiculous.
That's the exact guy that you want to have the job, for crying out loud. That's your whole problem right now.
When I went and saw Black Panther, Namor is supposed to be an Atlantean. Not an Atlantean. This is like a Mesoamerican in the movie, and it's nothing like the comic books.
Yeah.
No, so Black Panther without the Black Panther in it, nah.
Yeah, I think Indiana Jones is going to be terrible.
Got to see it because this is what we do.
if those leaks are true, oh my God, help us all.
We're supposed to be getting a D.H. Harrison Ford, though.
Oh.
What?
That's my favorite Indiana Jones movie.
No, that's my second favorite Indiana Jones
That's my favorite Indiana Jones movie. I'm just telling you right now.
Last Crusade is my favorite.
Yep. I go Temple of Doom, Raiders, Last Crusade, Crystal Skull.
And you know what? I don't hate Crystal Skull.
I've got more of an appreciation for the Crystal Skull.
Yeah,
now
I remember when I went and saw it in 2008. I was like, and then a couple of years ago, I watched it in my house. I was like, you know what? It's not as bad as I remember.
Yeah, and
it's not great.
When you said that, I think that same evening I put it on and was like, wow, I kind of enjoyed this a lot more than I remembered.
You know what?
We're
We're exposed to bad Disney so much.
we thought it was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
It's just like people slamming the prequels. People love the prequels now, even though I always love the prequels. Even though Attack of the Clones is my least favorite out of those. I remember I left the movie theater. I was like, Even though I know that the Jango and Obi-Wan fight is like one of your favorite in all of Star Wars. That was awesome.
Yeah, I love that scene. Yeah, it's one of my favorite Star Wars scenes ever.
Yeah. At least it still felt like Star Wars. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I actually liked Attack of the Clones a lot more right after I got out of the theater than I do now.
Yeah. I like Phantom Menace better because, man, Darth Maul is just one of the coolest villains in all of Star Wars.
I have not seen the new Christmas Story yet. And
it's so good, man.
And Melissa's never even seen the original.
What? That is blasphemy, man.
I know it. I know
that
it.
is blasphemy.
We got to watch it. Yeah.
You got to, man, me and my wife watched the new Christmas Story movie. And actually, we were just planning on watching YouTube videos, and she didn't want to watch YouTube videos. And I just so happened to turn on HBO Max. I was like, wait a minute, Christmas Story Christmas? And we watched it. We laughed our ass off, man. It was so good.
So it's good.
It's good. I was shocked at how good it was. Matt's and Maya for $10. Who do you think will be Tom Brady's girlfriend?
Ooh, I have no idea.
No clue. I guess we should just take a guess.
I know there's like some social media influencers out there that are taking their shot.
Yeah, I heard about some of them.
Yeah.
If I was to take a guess, it'll be a celebrity. Let's see. Who would it be? You know what? What if Tom Brady started dating Molly Qerim?
No, man.
That'd be hilarious.
I'm going to throw out some reckless speculation. I wonder if he won't get back together with the ex, the first ex.
Bridget Monahan? Isn't she married to somebody already?
Is she
married? I thought she was.
I thought she was single.
Let me look and see.
Maybe she is.
She's over
because
50
I know
now.
they're still kind of tight.
Well, they got a kid.
Oh yeah, she is married to another dude.
Yeah, she's 51. Yep, she's married. So she's off the list. But you never know, man.
Let's see what.
I don't know. Who do you guys think it'll be his next lady?
Not a clue.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's even thinking about it.
No, I think he's about to go win that division. This is what I think. About to happen.
Yeah. His game has stepped up since he got divorced.
Yeah, absolutely. You could tell. Like it's like, oh, that weight's gone. Let's go play some football. And I know a lot of people are talking up. I saw where they're talking up Brady, the Niners. Nah, man, I think finally Niners Nation has finally wrapped the rest of Niners Nation, most of them have finally wrapped their arms around Jimmy Garoppolo. I noticed he's finally getting some credit nationally too. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, how good does a guy's win percentage have to be exactly before you start getting credit? How many championship games do you have to go to exactly?
He's way better than Trey Lance.
Oh man, it's not even a thing. And you know, if Jimmy wanted to be an ass after the season, he could be like, "Oh, y'all want to re-sign me? Go pound sand. I'm going to sign with the Jets." You know?
Yeah.
I mean, he could do that. I don't know.
You think Brady's done after this year?
Kind of not.
I mean, I'm thinking that too. Now that he's divorced, he doesn't have anybody to now think it's will he stay in Tampa Bay.
Well, no, he'll go somewhere else. I tell you what, something else that's been hurting Brady's game. If he can put that 15 pounds on that he lost right before the season started, then,
Well, if he does
he
leave,
would
where,
be, he would
where,
be even better.
if he does leave, where would he go?
Um,
Could it be the Rams? Because Matthew Stafford may be retired after
no,
this.
no. I think you've got to watch him to the Raiders.
Oh,
Where Josh
Yeah,
McDaniels
true.
is. He almost signed with the Raiders before he signed with the Bucks.
Yeah.
They're playing in that Death Star out there, and I don't know if you've noticed, man, that Raiders Stadium in Las Vegas is awesome.
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We've been going over an hour right now. We tried to keep it to an hour, but hey, we gave you guys extra 5 minutes. So, all right, Rhodes. Anything else for wrap up the show here?
Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
Well, appreciate everybody coming out, guys. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. We're gonna try to go live a little bit more. Gonna try to anyway. So, that being said, guys, you guys enjoy the rest of the day, and we will catch you next time.
Peace. We're out.
Till next time.